in this past ESEA season. And the other side, to my best knowledge, it's either a new team or just a pug coming in with one of RGN's members, XPZ, on the counter-terror side for them. And of course, as FACEIT does, there is a knife round before every match to determine the side, and that's what you're witnessing right now. And Strictly Business is going to win that knife round, so they should be starting off on CT side here. And they are going to make the switch, so we'll be going live here very, very shortly. One more ready up for each team. And the FACEIT qualifier, I believe number 3 is underway.
Alrighty, well I am back now. Looks like we had one member drop from the server XPZ, loading up those wall bang hacks, and we'll see whether or not he can come back in here soon so we can get this one underway. But for the time being, we'll just be in pre-game just a little bit longer, and then we'll get this one underway for you guys. And like I said, my name is Mega Man. I'm joined with Asum, who's going to be providing us with some casting as well, and I have voice enable on, and we can hear them talking, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that off real fast. And now we are going live on 3, so a quick roster rundown for you guys. We've got Strictly Business on the CT side. That's Renthis, Aegon, JP, Havoc, and J Grant. They're going to be taking on FS. That's going to be XPZ, Trin the Goat, Death, Default, and Womp. So Asum, if you want to take us away here in the pistol round on DE Cash, here we go!
Alright, we're going to see the CTs go with a pretty decent setup. They're going to have 1 at B, 2 towards mid, 2 at A, and the terrorists are lining up for an A hit. And here we are, already action A main. Gunshots being traded back and forth by 2 members of the terrorists, 2 members of the CT. Mostly everyone gets away with about half HP, but the A hit is going to be pushed a little quicker as the T's are already making their way out this A main. Gunshots still traded. Trin the Goat going to be looking, game dropped by J Grant, who's still sitting at forklift, but it's going to be dropped by XPZ. So now we're down to a 3v3. Renthis dinked all the way down to 13 HP with a nice shot onto Default. Still knows that there is one at forklift. JP and Razor have rotated. They are at this catwalk. Bomb is yet to be planted as it is down in the middle of sight, and Womp with a nice shot onto Renthis. Finally getting rid of him, and JP exchanging fire with XPZ. Bomb's going to be trying to be tossed over. Actually, XPZ is just going to run it over to the site. And it seems as though it will be planted, but JP and Razor are making their way into the A bomb site. XPZ running into JP. XPZ is going to get a nice headshot onto him. It's down to a 2 versus 1. XPZ, however, is at low HP with 11 points of health still remaining. Just going to lurk around, try to get Razor. Razor's going to not be able to get the flick shot on XPZ. XPZ is going to come up huge with the 3K round for the terrorists, and that's going to put the first point on the board for FS. Are you still there, Mega?
I am. My microphone was muted. But nevertheless, the first round is going to go the way of the terrorists. Default setup for the CT side that last round as we saw it come out. And they do have a little bit of a mid-stack here. 1 on Cat, 2 pushed up on sandbags, and 2 actually pushing out of B. One's going to get caught here. Trin the Goat going to take down Aegon. Zom Default going to be able to take down Renthis in middle. And that's going to open up this B bomb site. They still have 1 member over there. That's your number 4 man of Havoc. And he's peeking, little cheeky peek, but Trin's going to find him, takes him down, infiltrate that B bomb site. Bomb's surely going to get planted here in just a second as it is on the back of Death. He's just going to watch for this upper push. And both of the remaining CTs, JP and J Grant, going to be trying to retake this one. Maybe try to take a gun away, but Trin the Goat, he's got other ideas. He's already picked up 3 frags in this round. That's money in the bank for him. 1 remains. That's J Grant with the CZ75. He's going to be sitting outside of B on the CT spawn side, and Womp coming on the flank patrol right now. Might find him. Nope. That P90 of Death going to be able to take him down. So 2-0 is your scoreline in favor of the terrorist side of FS.
Yet another good round, only losing a... I actually was forced to minimize due to sticky keys. They lose any guns?
Nope.
Okay, so a flawless round, that's what you're going to need, especially against a good team of Strictly Business. You don't want to give them any guns to save or just help boost up the economy with the 300 round. Fair Default rushing out mid, but the CZ autos of JP and HVK. Sorry, I was saying Razor this whole time. I was looking at the end of his tag. And Trin the Goat's going to get JP and Womp with a nice shot onto Renthis. And here comes the CT stack. But Wall's not going to have any of that, taking down both of them. So it's all left up to HVK, who is with 5 points of health in this A bomb site. And here's where the terrorists are coming. And just one shot from XPZ to the side of the head of Havoc is going to knock him down. So once again, the terrorists getting another round, 3-0.
And now we see the first full gun round coming out for the CT side. JP debating is going to pick up the silenced M4, so we do have rifles on rifles. One AWP in play here on the back of default. We're going to see whether or not he can utilize that, as I'm going to get in the eyes of him real fast. It looks like he's going to go for a quick pick at the B bomb site. Not going to find anything just yet. They've pushed one into checkers, one playing in the backside of the site. Two in mid, one playing B. That's your number 4 man of Havoc. And we're going to see whether or not the terrorists can take the first gun round, or if Strictly Business is going to get on the board. And for those of you who are just tuning in, this is the FACEIT online qualifier, online tournament, whatever you want to call it. That's what it is. And we are seeing Strictly Business face off against FS. Strictly Business actually just placed second in Open the other day. They got second, 16-12, I believe, was the loss that they had on Dust 2. So they are a team that can contend, as we do see Default and his teammates coming in towards this B bomb site. The spray down with the silent M4, not able to connect just yet, pulls out the silent USP and takes him down. So J Grant and JP combine to decimate that incoming push towards that B bomb site. Nice play from them. As we see, the last man standing is going to be Death here with an AK-47 in hand. CZ on the off, and we will be seeing whether or not he can go 1 versus 3 here. He has yet to pick up a kill in this round. The bomb has been dropped at the B bomb site. Only 30 seconds remain. No time to think about where or what to do. He's just going to have to go for this, and let's see whether or not he does. Go ahead and get in the eyes of him. He's going to work his way back around towards middle. He's got one player the CT side watching that CT spawn. That's going to be Havoc over there with that silent M4. He's going to come around through the vents. 15 seconds on the board. Not a lot of time to work with now, and it does look like he's maybe thinking about saving his gun here, as the money situation not looking too bad for the terrorist side. They should be able to buy up this next round as well. But that bomb is on lockdown. 2 seconds, 1 second. First round on the board for Strictly Business, as they are going to take that first gun round and pick up an AWP for it as well. So a good start for them on their CT side.
I think Death wanted to go for that. I think in a 1 versus 3 situation, like you said, his teammates did have money to buy this upcoming round. Or at least most of them, but it looks like they're going to elect to save and just quarterback that AK. So maybe it is a good save, but I think he just kind of went a little too slowly, wasn't quite sure of his time, but he made the right call in the end to save with about 20 seconds left. But here we go. We have the terrorists with 1 AK, the rest being CZ Autos and P250s. And they have 2 working towards this garage, 2 working towards being Womp, soloing off towards this A squeaky door. And we do see JP with an op in hand, as the CTs are just working a little default setup. Aegon's going to peek from checkers and take down Death. So the AK has been dropped. His teammates are going to try to pick that up really quickly before the CTs can cover that area. But Jay Grant's not going to allow that to happen. He's going to take down Default, who is just trying to pick up that gun. As I said, XVZ being dropped by Renthis. So it's quickly a 5 versus 3. Renthis with yet another one onto Trend the Goat. And now we just see Womp with the CZ Auto working this A main. Only Havoc sitting at A, but he's playing it from a very passive angle. And Womp's going to run into him in just a second. But with the help of JP, his teammate, going to save his teammate with 5 HP and take down Womp. So another round going to Strictly Business.
And again, relatively default stuff. It was an eco from the terrorist side, like you said, trying to play past the AK. Fortunately, not able to make it happen, as they lost it in a precarious position there towards the B bomb site. As we do see a 2-3 score line. Strictly Business trying to get themselves back into this on DE Cash. Womp kind of semi-AFK there in terrorist spawn, but that's all right. They've got guns this round. 5 rifles for the terrorist side. That AWP once again still on the back of JP. So we are in the eyes of Havoc right now, just patiently waiting to see what's going to happen here at the A bomb site, but it doesn't look like anything just yet. They are going to throw some smokes over the wall. Nice little nade play there from the terrorist side. Definitely looking prepared for this match, as they are working their way towards the A bomb site. Bomb is on the back of Trend the Goat. The door has been open. Some flashbangs and counters coming out, as we will be seeing an A hit here very, very shortly. But look at Renthis, though, on the flank patrol, pushed up through middle. He's going to be there really, really quickly to try to hold this push back. He's got one behind him. Going to find him and take him down. Now they know the call is there, but no damage has been dealt to Renthis as of yet. He's going to be working his way towards that back hallway, and he takes down another one, and again with no reply whatsoever. Havoc going to take one down as well. And with the AWP, oh, JP whiffing the easy off shot, makes up for it with the second one. And now the last man standing going to be Womf here. Spots the foot of JP, not going to be able to make it happen. And now he's out of bullets, and he does get taken down. So Renthis on the flank patrol there. 3 big kills for him that round, and it's all tied up 3-3.
I think FS had a good setup there. We're getting ready for the A hit. I just think they took too long to execute. As soon as that squeaky door opened, the CTs were going to be calling that something's up towards A. A failed flash came out, and then they had to redo everything. And by that time, the CTs were already rotated and held on to that A bomb site with absolutely no problem, giving them their third round to tie it up 3-3. And here we see Rithis getting really aggressive at mid, which could catch XPZ off guard here in a second. Actually, no, he's just going to hide in the corner. But here we see the terrorists, 3 towards mid, 1 towards A main. And Womf loving that squeaky door. He's been there so many rounds. HVK, the only member of the CTs at A. Aegon in the vents, JP mid with Renthis, and then J Grant by himself at B. A pretty default setup that we're used to seeing by teams on Cash. And bullets being exchanged between Trend to Go and Aegon. Vent and Big Rod. And Aegon's going to get the better of him. Renth is also picking up a frag onto XPZ. So now we're down to a 5 versus 3 already. JP still with the op in hand. Aegon dropped down to Knights and HB. No other members of the CTs have been hit. And it looks like the terrorists are going to be working back towards this B bomb site. At least that's where default's going with the bomb. Womp's still working over towards A, and Death's over there too. So we may be seeing a 3-on-5 fake thrown here, as default is on the complete opposite side of the map from his teams. Actually, he's going to be running around. The terrorists just seem to be a little lost right now, but they're figuring it out as there's only 30 seconds left in the round. I doubt we're going to see a save here with 3-man up. And here's Womp pushing out A, getting Havoc. And then Renth is going to try to get the quick trade, and he will. Hearing other 2 members be made, he's going to get a nice spray down, getting another. Now it's just going to be 1 left alive. That's Death down to 60 feet. He's just going to be chasing around the forklift, playing ring around the Rosie with the USB until his teammate JP is going to finally come to his aid and take down Death, ending the round, giving another round to Strictly Business.
Yeah, beautiful job there from Strictly Business. I want to say it was almost a force buy there. A couple of members of the terrorist side had a couple of AKs. Little rich for their blood, maybe, I don't know, but we do see the full gun round coming out once again. Op-on-op battle going on here. Default and JP both picking up the big green for their team. We're going to see whether or not they can utilize them this round, as we do see some flashes, and a nice Molotov going to hold him back in middle. And completely blinded XPZ down to 45 points of health. Now pushing out through middle. Nice flashbang. He's going to catch Renthis through the smoke in mid. Nice play from him. Now getting aggressive here is going to be Aegon. Nice headshot onto Womp. Looking for another one. Switches over to the CZ75. Takes down default. Now they've got the pinch on middle. And XPZ in a precarious predicament right now as they are going to push out. He finds one. Knows that there's another one right around the corner from him. Not going to be able to find him just yet. Now here comes the peak. Aegon going to take him down. Last man standing going to be Trent the Goat, who's worked his way all the way into the B bomb site. Let's get the eyes of our Opper JP, as he does have Trent the Goat right below him. Is going to hear that bomb get tapped. And a successful, semi-successful round for the terrorists as they are able to get that bomb plant. But Aegon, I thought for sure, was going to have JP get that frag, but nevertheless comes around. 4K round for Aegon. Beautiful push there from the CT side on the B bomb site, able to lock it down and eliminate the terrorists. So 5-3 is going to be your score.
I had the pleasure of casting Strictly Business in the open lower bracket finals on Inferno, where I believe they played Adaptation. I saw them at the beginning of the half, the CT side. They're completely passive setup, never pushed, never gave the T's any entry, and then all of a sudden they flipped the switch and played this aggressive, which just caught their opponents off guard. I think that's exactly what we saw with Aegon rushing through B. They'd never made any type of push through B, then all of a sudden he's NT spawn without any notice. And then here's Womp actually working towards B for about the first time in the match for him, as he's trading fire with Aegon in this checker doorway. And the T's once again just working kind of a default work pick setup, where one member is actually left, so it's down to 4 versus 5 for this round. They're going to pause, but that won't come into effect until the next round. So they're going to have to play this one a man down. It looks like it is going to be going towards A, even though Womp has taken down J Grant at B. Trend to Go pushed up towards Squeaky and Havoc, all alone at A, but JP's coming to his aid through the connector. Smoke's coming out from XPZ, smoking off that truck. Womp's about to run into another guy, and he's going to take down a second one at B. So the terrorists may want to rethink their strategy, but they're not, as Trend to Go with bomb is pushed out completely, and that's going to be Havoc taking him down, dropping bombs. Now the terrorists have to go for this towards the A bomb site. And JP with a nice quick scope onto XPZ. They know Womp is at B, and JP with another nice shot onto Womp. JP going absolutely ham that round with 3 frags, securing the 6th round in a row for Strictly Business.
Yeah, and just unfortunately for FS, they're just not able to get any momentum going in their way. You can see Death with 1 and 5 on the scoreboard right now. Struggling a little bit for his team, and we're going to see whether or not they can decidedly pick up the pace here, as we did have a little bit of a pause. Now we're going to be coming back out of that pause into a full gun round once again for the terrorist side, as they are in that 6-round money bonus situation. And we're going to see whether or not they can actually capitalize on this, because not a lot of members of the CT forces have been dropped. As we take a quick look at the money situation, 15K for JP, followed by Aegon and Havoc. But Womp going to take matters into his own hands this round, dropping Aegon with a beautiful AK-47 headshot. Default actually picking up the P90, the AIDS 90 as some people like to call it. We're going to see whether or not they can infiltrate this B bomb site. They have 2 members of the CT forces over there now. Renthis going to be peaky up there on the platform in the Heaven area. Going to relay a little bit of information. 3 members of the terrorist force over here in checkers. 1 worked his way out. Oh, Jay Grant spots him. Can he take him down? Spray and pray does work, and he does drop the bomb carrier. That's Trent the Goat once again getting dropped. Mowed down by Jay Grant. He's going to peek out again. Death gets 1, but Jay Grant's going to be there to trade out that frag and nullify it 3-3. Oh, nice shot from Default with that P90. Going to drop 1. Now it is back to a 2 versus 3 situation, and we're going to see whether or not the terrorists can capitalize on the advantage that they have right here. But Renthis with 1, Renthis with 2, and he's going to take that duck by generator and not show his dome to that last man standing. That is Womp, who has 1 kill so far. Nice Molotov going to hold him back in checkers just a little bit longer, waiting for Renthis to poke that head out. But he's biding his time, playing this patiently, and a nice flashbang actually fully blinds Womp over there in checkers. We're going to see whether or not he can actually work his way out and solidify this round. He's got 23 seconds to work with on the clock right now. And he has worked his way back towards B main, working his way into the site now. And Renthis with prime positioning. Oh, Womp is going to be able to take him down. 1 versus 1 situation. JP with the AWP in hand. And now he's just going to push straight in. And Womp spots him. And he's just holding him back for the time being. But Womp is able to take him down. So that is a gun round victory for FS. 3 big frags for Womp there. Only 6 seconds left. A little bit of a gamble there from JP, but it does not pay off. But they are going to be fine. Full purchase for the CT side coming out.
That was a great play by Womp in that 1 versus 2 situation. Maybe Renthis could have overextended himself a little bit with that peek from sight, but this is exactly what FS needs. Even though their economy isn't going to be too great still, even after the round win, as they're going to have 2 Galils. But nonetheless, maybe they can start building off this momentum and drop the economy of the counter-terrorists here within the next few rounds. And Default's just going to be working up this checkers and get a nice flash from his teammate. And Aegon's going to capitalize on that flash, getting 2 frags, JP with 1 himself at mid, so it's already 5-on-2. Not a single counter-terrorist has been dropped, and Aegon's going to get another frag. Womp, once again, the last man standing. He's going to get 1, but it's knocked down to 20 HP. It's now 1-on-4, 3 members of the counter-terrorist with full HP. It looks like he's going to be trying to save, or at least he's going to be chased down by Jay Grant. They're going to have a battle here in a second, in which Womp is going to get the better of him with a nice shot as soon as Jay Grant turned the corner. But however, Aegon's going to pick up his 4th frag of the round, taking him down, taking Womp down in T-spawn.
Absolutely, and a brilliant play there from Strictly Business. Once again, just holding it down. That's going to reset the money situation on the terrorist side. As you can see, the only one with any kind of money is Womp, because he's 13-7, and they're just going to play past the AK. And I see some people asking about my crosshair. It's the default blue static crosshair in your game options, and pretty sure I don't know what my crosshair gap and all that stuff is. I'll get that for you guys in a little bit. But do have a quick push coming towards that A bomb site. Once again, Aegon over here. He's going to get flashed out. Oh, Trent the Goat not fully blinded. Going to be able to take him down. And he's going to be forced to sit out the remainder of this round. They have picked up an AK-47. But Jay Grant going to lock it down. 3 big frags for him in a row. And Renthis coming to support him. Takes down Womp. 8-4 is now your scoreline.
On some rounds, you see the terrorists just get some sort of momentum going where you think maybe this can be yet another round for them, but then Strictly Business just comes in and completely just destroys all hope for that, as we saw Jay Grant, and I believe that was JP, or maybe Renthis, just completely decimated the remaining 4 terrorists as soon as they got that first entry frag. And like you said, their money was reset, so they're going to have to eco for a 2nd round in a row, but they're going to elect to go towards the A-bomb site this time, in which Havoc and JP both getting frags. And the squeaky door hit is on. JP turning around. He, after hearing the door, gets 1, gets 2, going for a 3rd. Will get the 3rd, and actually the 4th of the round. So JP once again doing great things with that op, securing the 9th round for Strictly Business.
It's absolutely locking down that A bomb site, just unbelievable. But nevertheless, we see Havoc, a little MM2 spam going on here. I guess he's got He's playing with the old GoldenEye 007 gorilla heads, man, the big head mode. But nevertheless, we do see the gun round finally coming out for the terrorist side. 2 rounds left in this half, if I can do my math correctly. But it is going to be 2 rounds left in this half, and we're going to see whether or not they can solidify a 9-6 or if they're going to go down 11-4. As for right now, it does look like strictly business, just locking down these gun rounds. If it wasn't for that T-side pistol round victory, FS might not have even gotten 1 round this half so far. So we do see that AWP on the hands of Default. Now with a little bit of a cheeky play there, Aegon going to drop out of vents. He does get a lot of damage thrown his way. Womp going to be able to trade, and that's going to be it for Renthis this round. We do see that AWP from Default. He's trying to get cheeky here in the A main, and he's going to pay for it as Havoc going to line up that shot with that silenced M4 and take him out. So a 3 versus 4 situation. We're going to see whether or not FS can bring themselves back on this one. Oh, one member spotted. Oh, nice shot from Havoc there from the quad as he's able to lay a nice dank, and he is going to pick one up in middle. Last man standing is going to be XPZ over here in the A main side of the map, and we're going to see whether or not he can solidify any kind of a frag coming out, put some money in the bank, because as of right now, Bomb is on his back, but 20 seconds to work with, and that's going to be it. Havoc picking up 2 big frags, make that 3 big frags that round for his team, shutting down that A push.
Once again, strictly business, just taking complete control of the rounds from the very beginning and not giving anything to the terrorists. As we look at the scoreline, or not the scoreline, but the individual scores for each players, some of the strictly FS players struggling to even get above 5 frags. So it's just strictly business having great teamwork, great counter flashes and everything. They're shutting down the terrorists as they're going to elect to just go with the full-on B rush. Aegon's going to get 1, but get immediately traded by Death. J-Grant peeking his head over the generator, dinking down a few, getting 1, but once again being traded by the terrorists. Womp getting 2 already in this round. It's already 2 versus, make that a 1 versus 2. Womp Sand, we've seen him do it before. Can he do it again against Havoc and Renthis, who are making their way into the site? And then Renthis is going to get Womp as soon as he peaks. So there it is, 11-4 half in favor of strictly business. And if they can get this pistol, this may be over very, very quickly. Are you there, Mega?